Welcome back to the Morning Blend. We know that college education is important, but how soon should you start prepping your child? Our next guest has an outline whether your child is in grade school, middle school, or high school. Joe Nimchik is a college counselor at University Lake School, and in a few minutes we're going to discuss a free college counseling program that's available to everyone. Great to see you.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
The concept of the school, your school, is fascinating to me because you start talking about college so early, in 5th grade actually, right?
Yeah, I think it's really important to have that as part of the culture and part of the conversation. College can be pretty stressful, and a lot of kids, a lot of parents have a hard time really dealing with that. So I do reach out to the 5th and 6th graders and start to talk to them about what's out there, because college should be accessible to everybody.
Yeah.
And I think it's important for them to understand at an early age that there are steps along the way that they can follow.
So at University Lake School, I also read that by the time kids graduate, each high school student has 255 hours of college counseling. That's
Yes.
incredible.
Yeah, it's a great place to work, and it's a great place for the students, because I meet with the 5th and the 6th and the 7th and 8th graders. And part of that is making sure that they're set up for success in high school, because having a good, solid foundation, studying well, being part of extracurricular activities and things like that really feeds itself into the whole high school world. And then by the time they're freshmen and juniors and seniors, I'm meeting with them on a daily basis talking about colleges.
That's incredible. I wonder, do you feel like that reduces stress or increases stress, that there's that kind of conversation that starts as early as 5th grade?
Yeah, the conversations that we have help reduce the stress, because students see it as part of the culture, and they understand that there are the steps along the way that they can follow. And by knowing when to do things and how to do things and how to be involved in different ways, they see it as a good process for them to follow.
I love how goal-focused it is. What age do you think parents should start talking to their kids about college?
I think just like
Out of the womb?
Maybe. Just like a University Lake School, it should be part of the culture. I think it should be part of the conversation, because it's important to know that there's 4,000 colleges out there, and there's one for every student. So if you're talking about it at home like we're talking about it at school, I think that's great. And then by the 9th grade, that becomes a little more focused. Mm-hmm. and allowing a student to see, okay, I can set myself up for success taking good, solid classes, doing well in those classes, being part of extracurricular activities, because I think that's vital for a student.
Yeah, having that well-rounded student, I've heard, is very important to colleges. As kids enter high school, how do you think they should best ready themselves for college?
Yeah, I think a good, solid foundation in studying well. And again, taking those courses and being that well-rounded student, seeing it as a 4-year process. I mean,
what about parents out there? Because I think this is true for a lot of people. They worry about the study habits their kids have, or just motivating them in general to do their schoolwork. Do you have any suggestions?
I think the best thing that they can do is be really supportive. Understanding that the students, there's a lot going on in today's society and stuff like that. So students need the support from parents at home, understanding that their kids have a lot to do and a lot of work to do. And when they get themselves ready for college, by doing that work on a regular basis, I think it really helps them out.
Then they're set. What do you feel are the most important criteria when a college is considering accepting a student? Because you mentioned a lot of things there, the good study habits. Mm-hmm. People are wondering, should I focus on GPA? Is it the standardized tests? Is it their athletics? Is it the extracurriculars? Mm-hmm. Is it volunteering?
I think that's a wonderful question, because the ACT, the SAT, and the GPA, those are kind of a one-dimensional look at a student. Mm-hmm. College is like a holistic look at a student. They want more. They want to go beyond the numbers. So a student that's involved in sports or theater or being involved in their church or scouting activities really says that student is a 3-dimensional person. In addition to that, the college essay really goes a long way. We talk a lot about that at University Lake School. Mm-hmm. We actually, our seniors graduate on a Sunday. I bring all the juniors back their first day of summer vacation, and we have a college essay writing symposium on campus. I invite the students and the parents. We all get together on that first day of summer, and we start talking about that essay, so they have the whole summer to work on it, because that tells the story about the student. An ACT and a GPA is a good look at them, but the entire story comes out of them and it comes out of their essays.
I think that's wonderful that you do that. I think that helps take the pressure off too,
really
when you
does.
start planning early and taking small steps toward a larger goal. Lastly, what advice do you have for families about financial aid and scholarships?
I watched your show last week, and I saw you had some financial advisors, and Mr. Harbeck made the perfect piece of advice. Start early. Understand that college is really expensive, and it gets more expensive every year. So the more you plan, the better off you're going to be. And along the way, students can earn merit-based scholarships. Those merit-based scholarships are based on ACT and GPA and other criteria, and students can earn those by working very, very hard. And by having many different offers from many different schools, they can make a choice, and they can understand that while college is accessible, it can also be affordable.
I think choices are important. Great talking to you. Wonderful advice. You guys are doing some great work there at University Lake School. We want to talk about these free college counseling sessions that you have. This program is February 15th or the 22nd at Thunder Bay Grill in Pewaukee. What's wonderful about it is a meal is served. You get to meet with a college counselor. You get to talk to Joe, discuss the college planning process and what you should be considering as your child goes through grade school, middle school, and high school. UniversityLake.org is the website to visit. Great to talk to you.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks
I
so
really
much.
appreciate it.
Absolutely.